Alrighty, so after the events that occurred at the 2022 Oscar Awards, in which Will Smith walked up on stage and slapped Chris Rock for telling a very tame joke about his wife, and then goes back onto his seat and started yelling out at Chris Rock, "Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth." Y'all know the deal. In any case, Chris Rock has been very professional since then and has been quiet about the whole thing, well up until recently when he actually did a Netflix special called Selective Outrage, in which he totally obliterated Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. Well, now Will Smith is responding to Chris Rock, and just as Chris Rock said on that special, on cue, everybody wants to be a victim, and Will Smith is now claiming to be a victim as well, as Will Smith, hurt by Chris Rock's comedy special addressing Oscar slap. And not only that, Will Smith goes on to say that it is distasteful that Netflix gave Rock a platform. Now, I got a lot to say about this, and I'm going to go over this story, but as I go along, I'm going to share my opinion regarding this. Please feel free to share your opinion in that comment section below. Without further ado, here we go. Will Smith is reportedly embarrassed and hurt by Chris Rock's Netflix special, Chris Rock, Selective Outrage, in which comedian addresses the infamous slap. Smith wants Rock to let it go. Really? To let it go? Really? You reckon that you're in a position to actually say anything about what Chris Rock should do after what you did to him? This goes to show that you are still a narcissistic son of a biscuit, in my own personal opinion. And you go into India, you need to go take your money back from those gurus who said they walked on you because they did absolutely nothing. You were narcissistic before you went, and you're still a narcissist now. And it also upset they probably meant Will is also upset that Netflix gave the comedian a platform. So let's read more about this. During the comedy show, Rock mentions cheating rumors that surrounds Will Smith and his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, saying his wife was effing her son's friend, okay? And she hurt him way more than he hurt me. And who does he hit? Me. Right? So this is summarizing pretty much everything that he said. And I don't know why people are calling it a rumors anymore, because the couple themselves confirmed it. It's not a rumor if it's being confirmed by the people that it happened to. They aired their own dirty leaning in the face of the world. Nobody asked them to. And I love what Chris Rock said. He said he doesn't know why two intelligent people would actually do that. This happens to everybody, but most people keep quiet about it. But in my own personal opinion, Will Smith is a businessman who sees his family as a business. Anything to make money off of them, even if they have to grift off of their own woes, it doesn't matter to them. And so is Jada Pinkett. So they are both to blame. No, Will Smith is a grown man, 54-year-old. He should take responsibility for it. I don't care what anybody else says. A source told Entertainment Tonight that Smith is embarrassed and hurt by what Rock said about him and his family in his new Netflix special. And whose fault is that, bruh? Whose fault is that? Who decided to air their dirty leaning in public? I have rooted for Will Smith my whole life. I've rooted for this mofo, okay? And now I watched Emancipation just to see him get whooped. Rock also jokes in his comedy special, and absolutely, I'd probably watch it to see him get whooped, because like I said before in my previous videos about Will, regardless of how I felt about him, I've lost all respect for Will Smith. And the little less respect I had for him, I lost it when he gave that piss poor, lame ass speech after he collected a BS award at the African American Film Critics Association's award, and talked about how a white actor spat on him and he did nothing about it. Well, that doesn't actually exonerate you if you're trying to use that to win people's heart back. Well, you made a goddamn big mistake. Now, the source went on to say that while Will Smith has not watched Rock's special, I find that very hard to believe, people have told him what he has said, and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air star would like for the comedian to let it go. Like I said, you are in no position to say anything. Right now, your PRs are terrible. If I was your PR, you need to fire them and hire me, because if I was your PR and you wanted this to go away, there are three simple things that you just need to say. I deserve that. Simple. I deserve that. Whatever Chris Rock did to you, you deserve it tenfold and more. Because to me, Chris Rock was really gracious in this Netflix special. He could have gone harder on you, but he actually didn't. He was pretty angry, but he could have gone harder. I mean, imagine if this was Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle would have like, look, melted you off the surface of the earth. But in any case, Smith also expressed that he has worked on himself. I don't believe that since the incident. He went to India for that. And like I said, go to those gurus and take your money back because they haven't done nothing. You're still the same person. And wants Rock to move on so that everyone else can as well. Nope, we don't want to move on until The Rock or until Chris Rock is ready to move on. The So told Entertainment tonight that Will is upset that Netflix gave Rock a platform and thinks it's distasteful. Let me tell you what is distasteful, my brother. Let me tell you what is distasteful. What is distasteful is you walking up on stage and slapping a comedian for telling a joke about your wife. He's a comedian. It is something that you of all people should understand. What is even more distasteful is the fact that Denzel Washington, Bradley Cooper, Tyler Perry, they were all consoling you like as if you were the victim. Such entitlement. And if I was one of those people, I wouldn't be consoling you. I'd actually be scolding you and telling you to go and apologize, real apology to Chris Rock immediately instead of consoling you. And what makes it even worse, what's more distasteful, is the Oscars going ahead to give you an award regardless of the hooliganism that you just performed on stage. And to make it even worse than that, what is even more distasteful is the fact that the entire Hollywood actors actually gave you a standing ovation after you gave a lame-ass speech, roping in Richard Williams in your speech, to which the daughters didn't really like the fact that you used their father as an excuse for what you did. Absolutely absurd what they did. Now that's distasteful, not what Netflix did. Netflix did the best thing that Netflix has ever done, in my own opinion, both for them and both for everybody that wanted a closure with this particular thing. And one reason why I believe that Will Smith is actually saying that this is distasteful is because he came out a day after he just received an award in which he gave that BS speech that I spoke about earlier, thinking he could use that to win his way back into our heart. But then Chris Rock came and slapped everybody back into reality to realize the kind of person that Will Smith truly is, an a-hole. And Will, my brother, you should have known better from the start. You didn't need to go to India to actually realize that you don't walk up on stage and slap a comedian in front of the whole world and not think that something's going to happen to you. What goes around comes around, brother, because karma is a bitch. What he just said